Off we go from Denver.
Let's go, baby.
Red, and Tucson, 61, matchbox, right. Ready, go.
Block now on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. To throw it is Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and dropped. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert Okuebuna, 26 yards. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 30 on second down, Bridgewater. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First down throw for Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Joey Slide.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Gordon on 1st down. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20.
Oh, my goodness.
And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Broncos 7. Joey Slide to kick off for Carolina.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Bridgewater on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. Step, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Locke. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Ready, go!
Throwing again. Lock. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. A final shot before half for Locke. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
To kick off for Denver.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Bridgewater again. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
How you like me now?
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Brendan McManus.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater now from the 50. Flushed out right. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Welcome back now to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Block working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson on the touchdown pass from Teddy Bridgewater. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over. And and rebuild that company.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. 20.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He goes full extension, and he's got it.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
From the gun, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Noah Fant. Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. One final try for Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Burris, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.